Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jacqueline and this is Low Carblish. If you're new here, this is the channel where we take our favorite high carb recipes and make them into low carb recipes so that we can control our type 2 diabetes and keep our blood sugars low. And we're going to do that today with a recipe called No Bake Cheesecake Apple Cinnamon 2 Ways. And what we're going to do is I made apple pie filling earlier and I have some left over, so I'm going to make a no-bake cheesecake for you guys that's fast and easy. And one of the cheesecakes we're going to actually add the apple pie filling into the cheesecake, and the other one we're going to top the cheesecake with the apple pie filling. And I have never done putting the apple pie into the cheesecake yet, so as we talked about in an earlier video, we're going to be doing some experimenting on this channel. So I have done the regular cheesecake with the apple pie topping on it. It's delicious. And the other one we're going to experiment and see what happens. I'm hoping it turns out good too. So you don't have to worry about the amounts because I always have that down in the description box for you. But I'm just going to go over what we're going to need. The first thing we're going to do is make the crust for the bottom of these. And we're going to need almond flour and monk fruit. I've got a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of cinnamon here and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And then we're going to have apple pie topping on top of that. And by the way, if you're new to this channel, it's not really apples. It's made out of squash, but you can't tell the difference. And like I said, I'll put the link to that so you can go check that out. We are going to need 4 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of monk fruit, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice for our filling. And we're going to make the crust first, and then once we get those in the refrigerator, I'll come back and we'll make the second part, which is the filling. So let's get started on the crust first here. And this makes 4 servings, so I've got 4 little ramekins here, and you don't have to grease them or do any of that stuff. And we'll get to that in a minute. So we're going to start off with a cup of our almond flour here. You don't even have to sift this. I know I'm always telling you when you're baking with the flours and stuff, sift, sift, sift. You don't have to do that with this. Just pop it in here in your bowl. And then add your cinnamon. And I always like to put a little pinch of salt, and I've got a little pinch of salt in the bowl here with my cinnamon. And I'm just stirring up here, just getting rid of some of the little lumps, because you know how almond flour can get lumps from time to time. Okay, so I'm going to put the cinnamon and the salt in and stir that in. And then I'm going to add our monk fruit. And I'm going to double check. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the ratios right, because I believe I put 2 in the filling and 3 in the crust. But I want to double check. So hang on just 1 second for me. I'm glad I checked because it's 2 in the crust and 3 in the cheesecake itself. Alright, so then I'm going to add the monk fruit in. And again, that's 2 tablespoons of monk fruit for the crust. And y'all, this is so good, and it turns out it almost tastes like graham crackers. And I don't know why. I guess the cinnamon and the almond flour, you know, going together makes it taste like graham crackers, but it's really good. And then I'm going in here with 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to get my little spatula here. Get all the buttery goodness out. You know how I feel about wasting things, y'all. Plus, I try really hard to make sure that all the macros and the things that I make, you guys, are as close as perfect as possible. Alright. So we're going to get this all stirred up here. And it'll start to come together like a little crumbly crust, and that's what we're looking for. And this, y'all, you won't believe how fast this is. And let me tell you guys, if you make your apple pie filling the day that you're going to make your cheesecake, make sure that you let it cool down to room temperature before you try to use it, because if you don't, it's going to melt your cheese, your cream cheese, and we don't want that. So I'm going to get in here and stir this up and just make sure that that butter's all nice and incorporated in our bowl. And it is doing that right now very beautifully. All right, and I'm filming by myself, so y'all be patient with me, but I'll try to show you. This is what you're looking for. All right, and then I'm going to go in here and divide this evenly into 4 portions here, because we've got 4 little ramekins. And then we're going to portion each one out into a ramekin and press it down with a spoon into the back of the ramekin dishes here. And this is so good, y'all. When I get this crust into these ramekins, we're going to put them in the refrigerator and let them refrigerate for about 10 or 15 minutes. And generally by the time I get through making the cream cheese part of the cheesecake, the crust is set up enough for us to put the cheesecake in them. So we're going to fill this one up, and then fill this one up. I'm excited to make these, y'all, because I haven't had cheesecake in a while, and I love cheesecake. I got a little extra in here, so I'm going to go over here and play nice and be equal. All right. And so this is what we're looking for in the bottom of your ramekins when you get everything done. And I appreciate y'all being patient with me on camera angles and everything, because like I said, I'm filming by myself this evening. And it's been a long day, but we're getting it done. CGM is going off on me. The CGM I got, if I get further away from it than 20 feet, it starts beeping. And I was teasing Macy the other day. I said that CGM sensor thing is just like you. When it can't find mama, it starts fussing. So, but anyway, I am gonna cut away here, and I'm gonna cut away here, and I'm gonna put these things in the refrigerator and go get the CGM and bring it in here so it'll stop going off in the middle of filming, and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, y'all, so I've got the crust out of the refrigerator and they've all set up nicely, and I'm going to use my little mini food processor here to make this cheesecake filling, and it goes really fast. I forgot to tell y'all too earlier on, I put vanilla in the cheesecake mixture. I also put a little bit of vanilla in the crust, which I failed to do. It's still going to be delicious, but when y'all get the recipe and you see the description, the vanilla will be in the description for the crust and for the filling. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm a human being and we make mistakes all the time. And I made one. I also let my cream cheese sit out and get soft. I just find that it blends together better this way. And if you're making a bigger one of these or a whole bunch more, you can use a bigger blender. So since I'm just making these 4 individual servings, we're not going to do that. So put my cream cheese in, and then I've got my 2 tablespoons of sour cream that's going in, and I've got lemon juice. Put that right on the little stem there. And then I've got my monk fruit that we're going to add in. And y'all not going to believe how close to actual cooked cheesecake this tastes. I was shocked when I made it. And also, I want to tell y'all that I have never in my life made a cheesecake where I had to bake it. I used to buy cheesecake all the time, but I was scared to make one. But for one thing, I didn't have a springform pan, but for another thing, I don't know why I was just intimidated. I've never made one, and now that I'm eating low carb, I might never. Although I know there are some recipes for low carb cheesecake, so I don't know. I might get brave one day, but today's not the day. All right, so get the little lid on my zhuzher here, and what's going on? We're having technical difficulties. Here we go. And I'll be right back. I'm going to wash my spatula off because I may need it. Because sometimes when I'm doing this, I have to push the sides of the batter down, and it just depends on the temperature and the day and all that good stuff. So we're going to be err on the side of caution here and have it ready if we need it. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. So I'm just going to go in and put it on high and zhuzh it up here. And I'm going to try to lower the volume on this in the video. And you want to blend it until it gets super smooth. And it usually does that fairly quickly when I remember to soften my cheese like I did today. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. All right, so, and it looks a little thin when it first comes out, but it's going to firm up when you put it back in the refrigerator, and it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. So what we're going to do, first of all, is I'm going to take 2 servings of this out and just put it on top of the ramekins here and put them in the refrigerator, because these will be the 2 that we put the apple pie filling on top of when they come out. And then the other 2, we're going to add the apple pie filling to it and see how that turns out. Like I said, I've never done that before, but I think it'll work. We're going to find out and see. So then I'm just going to spread the cheesecake around on top of the crust. And y'all, if you're watching calories and stuff, which I'm trying to, and I'm struggling, but if you are watching your calories and stuff, I make this sometimes without the crust, and it's good, and Jenny and Karen love it too, and they even call it my cheesecake fluff. Cheesecake fluff. And they request that sometimes when they're over here. So that it's good like that too, without the crust on it, if you're wanting to keep your calories lower. So I'm going to set these off to the side, and we're going to put these in the refrigerator. And then these 2, we're going to add our apple pie filling actually to the cheesecake here. And this is about 4 servings of apple pie filling, so I'm not going to be using all of this because I've got to put this on the other 2. And we don't want to overpower the cheesecake fluff. This looks like it's going to set up beautifully from the ratio I've got in here, but we shall see, y'all. It smells good. I love the way apple and cinnamon smell together. Alright, so we'll get this put in. Spoon this over. You guys, I got a good feeling about this. I hope my feeling's right, because it looks like there's plenty enough cheesecake fluff in here to balance out with the apples that we put in it. And again, I keep saying apples, but we all know it's mock apple pie filling. And if you make your apple pie filling ahead of time, you can see how fast this comes together. So I'm going to put all of these back in the refrigerator, and when I come back, we'll top the other 2 that don't have any apple on them yet. We'll top them with the apple, and then we'll do a taste test, and we'll see how it's going. We'll be back. Alright, y'all, so everything has come out of the refrigerator. We've got our plain cheesecake here, and we've got the one with apple filling in it here. And we've got the apple pie filling at room temperature here. And we're going to spoon a little bit of this over and top our little cheesecake. I'm excited to try these. I mean, oh darn, I've got to try cheesecake. So I'm going to do this one last, just because I haven't tried the one before where we mix the apple pie filling in with the cheesecake. And I'm going to give it a try here and see and get some of the crust, and I did. You see that, guys? Oh my goodness. Can you see? Looks delicious. So I'm going to give this a try. I got my coffee ready. Oh. You guys, I really like this. It's, oh man, it's so good. The apple's just infused with the cheesecake, and it is really good. Like, I really like this. I'm gonna finish this bite. Oh my goodness, y'all. That is amazing. I think I might like that better than this other one. And I like this other one a lot. Let me get another spoon here. I got a spoon down in my little thing in the sink here. Set this off to the side. I'm going to try this one. And I already know what this one tastes like because I've done this before. And I'm just telling y'all right now, if you can see right in there, the crust and everything on the bottom, it's so good, you guys. Alright, so let's give this a try. And the crust on the bottom gets nice and kind of hard, and not super hard, but a little thick, hard, and it's got a nice chew when you eat the cheesecake. Also excellent. Oh my gosh. This is a hard choice. I really like this one, but I think I actually like this one just a little bit better. But that's a hard choice. They're both really good. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee here. You guys, they turned out great. So I will leave everything you need at the bottom in the description. I'll put the link to the faux apple pie filling in the bottom of the description as well, with all your macros and stuff like I always do. I hope you guys will give this a try, because if you like cheesecake, I think you're gonna love this. And I just want to thank you for coming and hanging out with me today. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I enjoy it, because y'all, I'm digging this for real. Also, I'm going to be making a video for Valentine's in the next couple of days, and I'm going to show you what I'm giving away for that, and so you guys be watching for that. I want to get the video up and have everybody sign up so I can do the actual giveaway part, so that people that win things can get them hopefully by Valentine's Day. And there's some really cute stuff that's coming for a giveaway, so y'all stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I've missed you guys. It feels so good to be home and be back in the groove again. Jenny is still out. She's got some family stuff going on, but she will be back as soon as she can. And until then, it's just gonna be me and you guys, but we can do this. And Miss Macy Grace, I don't know where she's at. She's left me. She was in here while I was getting all this stuff out, because she too enjoys cheesecake. But she's gone. I don't know if she's taking a nap or what. But anyway, we love you guys. It's so good to see you again. I love you so much. And you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.